Hi, welcome back to part 2 of the Honda RC213V 2014, and as before I'm doing it as the test bike, which is covered in carbon fibre, according to the instructions it is. I've found the film of it on YouTube and it basically just looks black, but anyway, it's all done in carbon fibre. It's nice and shiny. They've got the screen in there. See, it's Casey Stoner's bike. So looking really nice and shiny. Right, show where we're up to. So I've jumped ahead of it a little bit. As you can see, I've done the engine, fitted it to the frame. So the frame is done in silver. Main body of the engine is in chrome. This is not that one. This is. It's already here somewhere. There we go. This is Valeo's gunmetal grey. The instructions say metallic grey. I've done in gunmetal. It's probably a bit dark, but you can see contrast there. And the sump. And the brakes part painted up as well. So I've got the clutch plate, which is the one I pulled off the other bike, so that'll be on there in a bit. It's made up of the photo etch. See all the plates in there. So I'll get that fixed on there in a bit. So what I'm going to do in a second is give this a coat of varnish and then use the panel line to put a bit of detail in it. You can do it without the varnishing, but it does flow better if you've got a bit of varnish on there as well. And also what I'll look at doing is putting a bit of little PE nut tops on there when the varnish is wet. See how they stick on that. I've seen it done on where someone uses the varnish to put the bits on rather than glue. It's most fiddly bits, it's tricky to get the little detail parts on with glue as well. Well, I found it tricky anyway. So there's a couple of detailed parts to put on. Accentuate the nut part there and here, and the same on this side. And in a little bit I've got some little pins, drill 2 little holes at the bottom for the brake servo. I put those in as well, and they'll add a little bit of detail. So that's where we're up to. So we've got good chunk of the bike already done. As I say, previously we've already got the front forks done and a few other bits and pieces. So we're up to part 4. So say we've done a bit of detail in panel lining on this, we'll then move on to do the suspension arm, which again we pinched off. Go on, focus. Pinched off the other bike and put a few detail parts in. These are a little more detail at the top. We've already got the spring, nice little spring. So when they can make that, then we'd start looking at the rear swing arm and doing the wheels. So bits and pieces to do. So I'll get on with detailing this, and we'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, see you in a moment. Okay, so this is over the engine. I've done a bit of panel lining. It's not very heavy, it just gives you a bit of a hint around some of the edges. There's a little bit of shadowing around this part here, and again some of the details around the nuts and things like that. Again, give a bit of depth and the sort of threading effect at the back of the brake part. And I've put the clutch on there, and this part's painted red from there. You can see I've attached the front forks, because basically they're off the other bike, the metal parts. Just need to find this part again, or just use the this model's version. And it's got the detail parts at the top as well. I just need to touch up this little bit. That's at 93 for the Marquez version. So this one's a Casey Stone. I don't think there's a decal on there, so I'll get that covered as well. So that's where we're up to. So, excuse me. On this race version, this bottom part here, which is, I think it's sort of a protective guard. That's a race part on the swing arm. It isn't on the training wheel, so I've filed it off. You can still see the line where it was, but it is filed off smoothly. So the only black parts is along the top of here, where the chain goes round. And this part here, the rest of it's aluminium or metallic silver. I'll have a look in a sec. So that's another bit of modification. Simple, just a lot of filing until you're happy that it's smooth enough. So moving on to do the bike stand, suspensions, chains, swing arms, and the wheels. I'll do both wheels at the same time. This is the rear wheel. So I've got a few things on spikes ready for priming. So I'll get things primed, and we'll come back and do a bit more painting and assembling and move on with the bike. Okay. So come back in a sec. Just thought I'd quickly show this. So this is the kit part. Goes on the back of the bike. I'm guessing it's brake light, because you paint this red. Looks like it's got antenna and things on it. And this is a little resin part that comes with the blue stuff decals. So it looks like, even though it doesn't actually tell you, replace the top of that with that, so you still keep the sticky out bit. So it'll fix to the bike on there. I just need to double check that that's the bit it does can fit on. Oh, that could be the back of there, because they've both got the same hole. We shall see. So very carefully cut that off, tighten it up a bit, and then stick that on. I should come back when I've done that. And there's a couple of other bits and pieces. All we're doing as well is replacing the kick parts with the resin ones. So again, a bit of drilling and gluing. I'll get those on, just make a little bit more detail on there. So I'll come back when I've done a little bit more of that. Okay, so I've done a bit of the resin stuff. So on these foot pedals, got a bit more detail on those. Let's replace the kit parts, basically just grey plastic. And same with the foot pedals on the other side. And this bit I showed earlier doesn't have the bit on the bottom, because if you look at the back of the bike, it's just that's in profile, so it doesn't need a bit sticking on the bottom. So pull that off, and that is as is. So anyway, we'll come back. We've done a bit of priming and something else to show you. So see you in the next bit. Right, so you can see we've done a bit. So I've finished all the painting and decaling. For example, on the spring arm. Got the decal and black painting. This part we've filed off, as I showed you previously. Done the wheels, they're decals. And brake discs. This is made up of 3 parts, basic gloss black. I think it's aluminium and gold, and then the outside part. And rear brake with its tiny decal on there. Just make it out there. So all I need to do now is start building bits. So we'll go through and build the bike up. Okay, back in a sec. So as previously, we've got the engine fixed into the frame, and as I already attached the detail apart metal front forks. So we move on to do the bike stand, racing stand. So the instructions say do it in X32, which is one of the titanium ones. I can't remember which one. Titanium silver. Excuse me. But I thought I'd do it red because I thought it looked good against the black. And the wheels are done in X19 smoke and X56, I think it is, for the centre of the wheels there. And you've got the rear damper, which again is made up of the model parts. The yellow springs from the detail up part along with the cylinder here. Let's make up that. Got the chain. On there. And the rear swing arm. So in this part we'll make this bit up and then we'll move on to the rear wheel. Okay, so you can see we've finished off the bike. It's got the front fairings and side fairings on there for you. I must say that looks really cool. Oh, it's version better than the coloured stripy one. Next bit of detail I've done is, rather than just using the black tubing that comes with the model, which I've done for most of the other parts, for example the brake cable around the back, is on the pictures of the bike it looks as though it's either grey or clear with a cable down the middle. So hopefully you can pick that up. But I had a clear tube from a previous bike and just some silver wire in the middle, just to show the brake cables, and at the bottom I just touched it up with a bit of silver, I think it was chrome, at the bottom, just to give it a bit of detail. So what do we think? Well, the bike itself, the construction, Tamiya bike's brilliant. All the Tamiya bikes I've done so far have been very easy to put together, brilliantly made, brilliantly engineered. If you can get metal front forks, because they really do make the model much better. The blue stuff decals, what do I think of those? I think they're probably the best decals I've used. Very little carrier film with them, and they go down really well. Especially on the wheels, they were no problem at all. Yes, really happy with those. And the carbon fibre, that was Tamiya's carbon fibre. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad considering the size of the areas I've done. I mean, it'd probably been better to piece these bits in, working out where the Repsols are and things like that, taking pieces in, that might have been a bit smoother in places, but overall I think it's a really good scheme. So there you go, that's Tamiya's Honda RC213V in the test livery, just the black livery. So I've done it with carbon fibre, and this is Casey Stoner's bike with the Australian 27 on there. Okay, if nothing else, go and get the bike. You can do your own colour schemes on it, whatever you want to do, or you can do the one that they've got with the orange and white. And give it a go. Okay, see you in the next build. Thanks very much.